Darren, welcome. I suppose welcome to Tasmania for a start, and obviously you've taken the role here as an Organ Development Officer for Basketball Tasmania. You've obviously had a few months to settle in now. How have you found it, and what do you think so far?
Oh, well, first of all, I am really happy to be here. Obviously, making the trip down from Queensland and arriving the day of the round one of Tri-Series was a big hectic, but since now I've had a chance to get around and obviously running programs each week. I feel like I'm settling in just fine, and the coaching group that we've got with both Mark and Sam in the northwest and the south, I feel we've got a really good strong link together, and our camps have been really good.
You speak about trying to get your head around all the kids and obviously athletes. Have you had a chance to talk to the outgoing one, which was Ben Rush, and try to catch up the speed on stuff?
Yeah, I've had a little bit of a chat with Ben. Obviously, he was busy with a torn, so for the most part, I've just been liaising, with our staff and our network coaches in the north that are doing a great job. They've brought me up to speed with some kids, and obviously, I get around to some of the club games when possible as well.
How have you found the standard so far? Obviously, coming from Queensland, which is quite a strong state in basketball in this country, to come down to Tasmania, who seem to be on the improvement.
Definitely on the improve, and obviously the strength with Tasmania is their system and the structure that they run. Mark's done a really good job of implementing that over the last 4 years, and you can really see, especially the higher end kids, they're really fluid in it. And obviously a smaller state, smaller population, that stuff always plays a factor in the size and the strength and athleticism of the teams that you can get. But overall, pleasantly surprised with the IQ and the talent level of the players, and we hope to build on it.
You've had playing experience around the world. I think your last place was in Manchester in England in the British Basketball League. How did you find that?
Oh, look, that was good. Any chance you can play and travel and get paid to play is really good. I was really lucky to do that, and while I was over there, I was running an academy as well. So the coaching side of it's always been ticking along for me, and that was always the plan once I finished playing.
So the coaching side of things, obviously you had your kind of structured system, and I suppose that from a BTAS point of view, we have a one-set kind of structure where we're teaching kids just about the same thing in each region. Is that something that you found easy to pick up on and develop?
Yeah, well, a lot of that system is what's being run at a national level. So, and I had attended some Australian camps and an EMU's prep camp when Mark was actually coaching the EMUs, an assistant for the EMUs, and I've been to Australian development camp and stuff like that. And I was lucky enough to be a technical video guy for the Brisbane Bullets last year, and they run a lot of the same structure that we're running here. So that side of it's been pretty seamless for me to fit in, but every state obviously has their little wrinkles and stuff. But once again, I'm learning from Mark, and he's a really good teacher, so all that's coming in.
And what's your goals and aims in coaching? Obviously, you want to keep moving forward with what you're doing?
Yeah, I think, any athlete or coach, they're in a sport because they're naturally competitive. So I obviously want to climb as high as I can, but you never want to lose sight of what you're doing now. Mm-hmm. And in order to have that later success is to make what we're doing right now the most important thing. So I'm not thinking too far ahead at the moment. I'm just concentrating on making the North and Tas the best I can. And if there is something that pops up in the future, that'll just be through the good work that we're doing here.
Obviously coming from Queensland, where it's nice and sunny and warm, to come to Tasmania, where it's nice and cold and very, very wet at times. How have you found the weather change?
Not too bad for me. I'm from Melbourne originally, so I was only in Queensland for the last 2 years. I went up there to play and coach. And previously to that, I was playing in England, and my college in the States was in Nebraska. So it doesn't bother me too much. So yeah.
Word got through to me this morning from our CEO that apparently he beat you in a shootout. Is that true?
Well, we'll let Chris have that one. We did play one game of on the rack. That was it. But when the challenge came up to actually play real basketball. Actually, all the staff was running away, so that invitation is open, and I'd be happy to play any of them one-on-one.
Fair enough. You still have aspirations to play at a high level, or was that kind of it in England, and now you're focused on coaching?
Yeah, coaching for me was always going to be where I was going to end up in my mind. Mm-hmm. Playing was really good for me, but playing sort of all year round since about 2006. I'd play in Australia, then I'd play overseas. My body is about 45, so the body's taken its toll, but I'm still playing locally here, and it's just, for me now, I'm just 100% focused on coaching. You can't really be half in it. So
Fair enough. And still enjoying the game, obviously?
Yeah, I still love the game and still watch plenty of it. And we actually play with a couple of our program kids, which is good. And yeah, I will always have a soft spot as a player, but I think that gives me an advantage when I'm coaching as well.
Darren, lovely to meet you, and again, welcome to Tasmania. I hope you enjoy your time while you're down here, and no doubt we'll see you throughout the course of the seasons. No doubt, so thank you for your time on BTAS TV.
Thanks a lot.